Hello, my name is Hannah, and today I am doing a Meet the Alters video. I've been more present lately, so since Akira wanted to do a video and wanted to start our Meet the Alters series, I decided that since I'm out and since I'm present, that I was also going to do a Meet the Alters video. Again, my name is Hannah, and this is my introduction. My name is Hannah, I am female, and I am an age slider between 25 and 27. I actually took a test so that I could show you guys what my personality type is. My personality type is the architect personality, which is the INTJ-A and the INTJ-T. Architects, independent to the core, want to shake off other people's expectations and pursue their own ideas. Architects don't just learn new things for show. They genuinely enjoy expanding the limits of their knowledge. At times, architects may wonder whether dealing with other people is even worth the frustration. Some of my strengths in relation to my personality type is that I am rational. Architects pride themselves on the power of their minds. They can refrain from nearly any challenge as an opportunity to hone their rational thinking skills and expand their knowledge. And with this mindset, they can devise inventive solutions to even the most outrageous problems. We are informed. Few personality types are as devoted as architects to developing rational, correct, evidence-based opinions. Rather than hunches or half-baked assumptions, they base their conclusions on research and analysis. This gives them the conviction that they need to stand up for their ideas, even in the face of disagreement. We are independent. Creative and self-motivated, architects try to do things their own way. I can imagine few things more frustrating than allowing rules or conventions to stand in the way of their success. We are determined. This personality type is known for being ambitious and goal-oriented. Architects won't rest until they've achieved their own definition of success, which usually entails mastering the subjects and pursuits that matter to them. We are curious. Architects are open to new ideas as long as those ideas are rational and evidence-based. Skeptical by nature, architects are especially drawn to offbeat or contrarian points of view. And if the facts prove them wrong, they are generally happy to revise their opinions. We are original. Without architects, the world would be a far less interesting place. This personality type's rebellious streak is responsible for some of history's most unconventional ideas and inventions. Even in their everyday lives, architects force the people around them to consider new and sometimes startling ways of looking at things. Some of my weaknesses are that I'm arrogant. Architects might be knowledgeable, but they're not infallible. Their self-assurance can blind them to useful input from other people, especially anyone they deem to be intellectually inferior. These personalities can also come across as needlessly harsh or single-minded in trying to prove others wrong. I am dismissive of emotions. For architects, rationality is king. But emotional context often matters more than people with this personality type care to admit. Architects can get impatient with anyone who seems to value feelings more than facts. Unfortunately, ignoring emotion is its own type of bias, one that can cloud architects' judgment. We are overly critical. These personalities tend to have a great deal of self-control, particularly when it comes to thoughts and feelings. When people in their lives fail to match their level of restraint, architects can appear scathingly critical, but this criticism can be unfair, based on standards, rather than a full understanding of human nature. We are combative. Architects hate blindly following anything without understanding why. This includes restrictions and the authority figures who impose them. People with this personality type can get caught up in arguing about useless rules and regulations, but sometimes these battles are distractions from more important matters. We are socially clueless. Relentless rationality can lead to frustration in their social lives. Their efforts to defy expectations may leave them feeling isolated or disconnected from other people. At times, they may become cynical about the value of relationships altogether, questioning the importance of love and connection. My role in the system is a persecutor. I may also be a bit of a trauma holder, I suppose, but I don't really like to admit that. However, I am most definitely a persecutor. With my role, I suppose I do unwelcoming things within the system, but I do them for my own personal reasons. And I believe that those reasons are to help strengthen the system, whether or not they would like to admit that or to see it my way. I am quite rebellious. I am sporadic at times. When I do things in the inner world, sometimes it seems sudden, expected, but to an extent, I also enjoy the shock that it gives the other system members, because they never expect it. I may do one thing that shocks them, and then I'll wait. I may wait a few days, a few weeks, several months, maybe even a year, and then within that time frame, I've been planning something else to do that will also shock them. I know that persecutors like myself get a bad reputation in the DID community, mostly in the mental health field. So with therapists and psychiatrists, mental health professionals. We are always viewed as evil or bad. Some of us actually see ourselves that way. I saw myself that way for a long time. And then I decided that there was a reason for why I saw myself as wicked or evil or bad. And I realized after some time that those reasons was because I was hurt. I do hold trauma, though again, I don't like to admit it. But that trauma has made me who I am. It has made me hate the people that hurt me, and it has made me want to do to them the things they did to me, which are very unpleasant, unkind things. And I suppose that some people would see that as making me a bad person, because if I do the things they did to me to them, that makes me just as bad as they are. And I agree with that, and I understand that. However, I am so full of hatred, and I have been hurt too many times. And I feel like the only way that I can receive closure from this is to make sure that they get what they deserved for hurting me. So I suppose that in the system, yes, I do things or I say things that people may not understand. But I assure you there are reasons for what I do and for what I say. There are reasons that I believe things the way that I believe them. But in the end, personal opinion is I am making us stronger. My sexuality. I suppose I am bisexual. I find women attractive, and I find men attractive. And I've been with both. So, my sexuality is bisexual. 5 interesting things about me. 1. I am exceptionally skilled in hand-to-hand combat. I'm skilled with knives, guns, bombs, basically any form of self-defense. I was trained to be that way. Number 2. I believe that dogs are my favorite animal. It may seem random, but dogs are very loyal as long as you treat them right. And they can be very disloyal if you treat them improperly. Just like any human being would be. Number 3. I believe my favorite food is steak. Love steak. With A1 steak sauce, which is even better. 4. I'm very antisocial. I don't like going to parties. I don't like socializing with people that I haven't already known. However, there are times when I may meet someone or see somebody and I can feel them. I relate to them. I know what they're going through or what they have been through or what they are currently experiencing. And I feel drawn to these people. And therefore, I open myself up to interaction. 5. I have a very short temper. Some things that really tick me off are people who self-victimize themselves. I don't like that. I sometimes hate the fact that I can see nearly straight through a person upon a first glance at them. Sometimes when this happens, when I can see someone for who they really are, and I see this ridiculous amount of effort that they put in to present themselves as the opposite of what they are, it really gets under my skin. It really bothers me. And 99.9% of the time, I cannot hold my tongue against that. I have to say something. I have to call them out. And usually this leads to argument, this leads to conflict. But I personally believe that's just because I'm calling them out and they don't like that. Because they want me to believe the lie. And I do not. What is my favorite song, movie, and TV show? I'd say my favorite TV show is Gotham. I do share a face claim with one of the characters. I believe my favorite movies would honestly have to be the Hunger Games series. I really enjoyed those. And my favorite song at the moment is Death by Melanie Martinez. I believe it's a very new song, and I've heard it maybe a few times, and I really enjoy the concept of it. Burying your old self and reinventing your new self and coming back to life. I really like that concept. What do I think of our YouTube channel? I hope that it will be successful in the future. I really hope that we aren't wasting our time. I hope that I'm not wasting my time making this video. I hope that it reaches people, and I hope that others feel a connection with me, with others in our system, with the content that everyone is creating. I hope that it makes a connection. And I hope that I'm not disappointed in the future. But for now, I enjoy it. I think it was a miraculous idea. What do I look like? Well, today I have my hair similar how I would look in the inner world. I have very pale blonde hair. It's almost white, but it is blonde. I have blue eyes. I have very pale skin. I have very sharp facial features. I'm very thin, but I'm also muscular because I work out a lot. I do a lot of exercise. And I will also put a picture up here of my face claim, and that way you guys can see it and see what I, for the most part, resemble in the inner world. This was all the questions that were listed for me to answer, to talk about myself. I hope that everyone enjoys this video, and if you want to get to know me further, you're welcome to leave me questions, and I can do more videos in the future if I choose to. But for now, thank you for watching this video. I'm sure everyone else will be happy if you stick around for more videos.